Another video. Today we're going to be covering the overseas territories of France. Let's start. It's going to be a long one. Overseas France. France de Haute-Mer consists of all the French administered territories outside of the European continent, mostly relics of the French colonial empire. These territories have varying legal status and different levels of autonomy, although all except those with no permanent inhabitants have representation in both France's National Assembly and the Senate, which together make up the French Parliament. Their citizens have a French nationality and vote for the President of France. They have no right to vote in the power of elections to the European Parliament. French citizens living overseas currently vote in the overseas constituently. Overseas France includes islands, territories in the Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Oceans, French Guiana on the South American continent, and several Polynesia, islands, as well as a claim of Antarctica. Almost all inhabited French administrative divisions outside of Europe are classified as overseas regions or overseas collectives. These statuses are very different from one another on a legal and administrative standpoint. Overseas regions have exactly the same status as mainland France's regions, and the French Constitution provides that in general. French laws and regulations, French's civil code, penal law, administrative law, social laws, tax laws, etc. apply to the French overseas regions, the same as applied in mainland France. It can be adapted as needed to suit the region's particular needs. Hence, the administrations have passed their own laws, except let's try that again. Administratives, French overseas regions cannot themselves pass any laws, whereas the overseas collectivities are empowered to make their own laws, except in certain areas reserved for the French national government, such as defense, international relations, trade and currency, and judicial and administrative law. The overseas collectivities are governed by local elected assemblies by the French Parliament and French government, with a cabinet member, the Minister of Overseas France, in charge of issues related to overseas territories. New Caledonia is neither an overseas region nor an overseas collectivity. It has a sui generis status, and keeping it with the Nomia Accord. So anyway, now let's get on into the territories. First up on this one, we're not going to be covering the history because that would be way too difficult, especially since most of these have a very long history dating back to Native American times, especially French Guiana. Anyway, French Guiana, Guyane, or Guyana, French Guyane, Guyane, yes, is an overseas department and a region of France in the northern Atlantic coast of South America and the Guianas. It borders Brazil to the east and the south, and only Suriname to the west. French Guiana is the only territory of the mainland Americas to have chosen full integration into a European country. With a land area of 83,534 kilometers, 32,253 square miles. French Guiana is the second largest region of France. It is more than 1/7 the size of metropolitan France and the largest outermost region within the European Union. It is a very low population density with only 3.6 inhabitants per square kilometer. Its population less than 1/200th, I believe. Population of metropolitan France. Half of its 296,711 inhabitants in 2019 lived in the metropolitan area of Caen, its capital. 98.9% of the land territory of French Guiana is covered by forests, a large part of which is primeval rainforest, the Guiana Amazonian Park, It's the largest national park in the European Union. It covers 41% of French Guiana's territory. Since December 2015, both the region and the department have been enrolled in a single assembly within the framework of a new territorial collectivity, the French Guiana Territorial Collectivity, French Collective Territoria de Guyane. In this assembly with the French Guiana Assembly, French Assembly de Guyane, has replaced the former regional council and the department council, which were both disbanded. The French Guiana Assembly is in charge of regional and departmental government. Its president is Rodolphe Alexandre. So yeah, already like 6 minutes in. That's great. Anyway, on to the next one. Once again, we're going to be skipping over the history and stuff, so if you're actually interested in French Polynesia, then yeah, but it also has a pretty cool flag along with French Guiana. You can even see the flag on here. Anyway, French Polynesia, I cannot do this French stuff, so I'm just going to skip that. Hold up. Back, and now I have some water to help my throat handle European names. But anyway, French Polynesia, about the sound listen. French Polynesia, Francias. Is an overseas collectivity of the French Republic and so overseas country, as composed of 118 geographically dispersed islands in total, stretching over an expanse of more than 2,000 kilometers, 1,200 miles in the South Pacific Ocean. Total land area is 4,167 square kilometers, 1,609 square miles. French Polynesia is divided into 5 groups of islands. The Society Islands archipelago, composed of the Windward Islands and the Leeward Islands, Tuamotu archipelago, and Gambier Islands, the Marquesas Islands, and the Austral Islands among its 818 islands. 67 are inhabited. Tahiti, which is located within the Society Islands, it is the most populous island, having close to 69% of the population of French Polynesia as of 2017. Papati, located on Tahiti, is the capital, although not an integral part of the territory. Clipperton Island was administered from French Polynesia until 2007. And since I really want to finish this video before my throat dies, let's get on to the next one, hopefully. All right, Guadalupe, the first Caribbean one here. Guadeloupe, French Guadeloupe, about the sound listen, Antillean Creole. Guadeloupe is an archipelago forming an overseas region of France and the Caribbean. It consists of 6 inhabited islands: Basse-Terre, Grande-Terre, Martinique, Lagostada, Les Santilles, along with many uninhabited islands and outcroppings. It lies in the south of Antigua and Barbuda and Montserrat, north of Dominica. Its capital, Basse-Terre, on the west coast. However, the largest city is Pointe-à-Pitre. Along with the other overseas departments, it is an integral part of France as a consistent territory of the European Union and the Eurozone. The euro is its official currency, and any European citizen is free to settle there and work indefinitely. It has an overseas department, however, it is not a part of the Schengen area. The official language is French, Italian Creole. The Antillean Creole is also spoken. So yeah, that was a decently short one. Actually, no, it wasn't. But anyway, we're almost at 10 minutes, so let's get on to the next one. So first, before we start, I just want to point out this one's flag is literally just the flag of Quebec. Like, look at it. It clearly just copied Quebec's flag. But anyway, Martinique. Okay, that's how you pronounce it. Martinique. French Martinique. About this sound this is Martiniquean Creole. Manitink is a insular region of France located in the Lesser Antilles of the West Indies and the Eastern Caribbean Sea, with the land area of 1,128 square kilometers, 436 square miles, and a population of 376,000 inhabitants as of January 2016. God, 3 years ago. The Guadeloupe, it is an overseas region Diatomia, France, consisting of a single overseas department. One of the Windward Islands is directly north of St. Lucia, northwest of Barbados, and south of Dominica. So this is just like on the other side of Dominica from the last one. Like the other overseas departments, Martinique is one of the 18 regions of France, being an overseas region, and is therefore an integral part of the French Republic. As part of France, Martinique is a part of the European Union, and its currency, the euro. Virtually the entire population speaks both French, the official language, and Antillean Creole and Martinique, just like the last one. And anyway, on to whatever the next one is going to be. I think we're approaching the end, the last like 5 ones. Yeah. Another long one. Okay, this one probably has one of the worst flags also. Mayotte, French Mayotte, pronounced Mayotte. Shinimor Mayor, IPA Mayor, Malagasy Maori is a overseas department of a region of France, officially named the Department of Mayotte, French Département de Mayotte. It consists of a major island, Grande Terre or Mayor, a smaller island, the Petit Terre or Manamtat. Several words. Mayotte, yes, I'm gonna say it. Mayotte is part of the Comoros archipelago, located in the northern Mozambique Channel and the Indian Ocean off the coast of Southeast Africa, between northwestern Madagascar and northeastern Mozambique. The department status of Mayotte is recent, and the region remains a significant bargain. The poorest in France, Mayotte is nevertheless much more prosperous than the other countries of the Mozambique Channel, making it a major destination for illegal immigration. Mayotte's area is 374 square kilometers, 144 square miles, and with its 270,372 people, according to January 2019. Official estimates, is very densely populated at 723 per kilometer, 1,872 per square mile. The biggest city prefectures, Mamoudzou on Grande Terre. However, the I give up International Airport is located on the neighboring island of Petit Terre. The territory is also known as Mayor. It's a native name on the main island, especially the activism of inclusion of the Union of the Comoros. Caledonia, another one with a pretty cool flag. I probably can't see very well, but it's a pretty cool flag. New Caledonia, French Nouvelle Calédonie, a special collectivity of France, currently governed under the Noumea Accord, located in the Southwest Pacific Ocean, to south of Veneto, about 1,210 kilometers, 750 miles east of Australia, and 20,000 kilometers, 12,000 square miles. Wait, no, not square miles, miles, from metropolitan France. The archipelago, part of the Melilla subregion, Melanesia subregion includes the main island of Grande Terre, the Loyalty Islands, Chesterfield Islands, the Blep Archipelago, the Isle of Pines, Isle of Pines, okay, and a few remote islets. Chesterfield Islands are in the Coral Sea. French people, and especially locals, refer to Grande Terre as Le Caillou, or the Pebble. Caillou. You can now unsee that. Le Caillou is what they refer to Grande Terre as. I love this place now. Le Caillou. That is amazing. Just the fact that it's Caillou in it just makes it so good. Anyway, on the next one. Right. Final 5, I believe. Okay. Reunion, French La Réunion. I bet this sound listen. Previously, Le Barbon is a overseas department and region of France and an island in the Indian Ocean east of Madagascar and 175 kilometers, 109 miles southwest of Martinique. As of January 2019, it has a population of 866,506. The island has been inhabited since the 16th century, when people from France and Madagascar settled there. Slavery was abolished in 20 September 1848, a date celebrated yearly on the island. When the French Second Republic abolished slavery in the French colonies, however, later the indentured workers were brought to Reunion from South India, among other places. The island became an overseas department of France in 1946, blah, blah, blah. That was a pretty short one. Only about a minute long. Anyway, let's go on to the next one. Alright, Saint Bartholomew, French pronunciation, blah, 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 blah. Officially the territorial collectivity of Saint Bartholomew, French collective territorial Saint Bartholomew. I cannot say things. Is an overseas collectivity of France and the Caribbean, often abbreviated to Saint Barth in the French, or Saint Barths, or Saint Barts in English. The island lays about 45 kilometers, 22 miles southeast of the Dutch-owned Saint Martin, and northeast of the Dutch islands of Saba, Saint and independent country of Saint Kitts and Nevis. Saint Bartholomew was for many years a French commune, forming part of Guadeloupe, which is an overseas region and department of France. In 2003, the island voted in favor of secession from Guadeloupe in order to form a separate overseas collectivity, officially abbreviated to COM of France. The collectivity is one of 4 territories among the Leeward Islands in the northeastern Caribbean that comprise the French West Indies, along with the Saint Martin, Guadeloupe, 200 kilometers, 120 miles southeast, and Martinique. Alright. Let's finish this with the last 3 or something like that. When they're separated from Guadeloupe, let's start. The collectivity of Saint Martin, French collective, commonly known as Saint Martin. Saint Martin is an overseas collectivity of France and the West Indies and the Caribbean, with a population of 36,286 as of January 2011. With more recent estimates putting up the population to 32,300. On an area of 32 and 53.2 square miles. Square kilometers. 20.5 square miles. It encompasses the northern 60% of the divided island of Saint Martin, and some neighboring islets, the largest of which is The southern 40% of the island of Saint Martin consists of Saint Martin, which has been a consistent country of the Kingdom of the Netherlands since 2010. This marks the only place in the world where France borders the Netherlands. Yeah, actually. Before 2007, the French region of St. Martin formed a part of the French overseas region and department of Guadeloupe. St. Martin is separated from the island of Anguilla by the Anguilla China. The capital is Marigot. Alright, next one. First, I want to point out, on the flag, there's a flag of Brittany, Normandy, and Basque. And Basque isn't even a French region, I don't think. It's a region in Spain. Anyways, St. Pierre and Miquelon, officially the overseas collectivity of St. Pierre and Miquelon, French collectivity, that St. Pierre et Miquelon, APA, is a self-governing territorial overseas collectivity of France, situated in the northwestern Atlantic Ocean, near the Canadian province of near the Canadian province of Newfoundland and Labrador. It is the only part of New France that remains under French control. What? It's an area of 242 square kilometers, 83 square miles, and a population of 6,080 at March 2016 census. The islands are situated near the Gulf of St. Lawrence, near the entrance of Fortune Bay, which extends onto the southwestern coast of Newfoundland. And near the Grand Banks of Newfoundland, there are 3,819 kilometers, 2,373 miles from Brest, the nearest point in metropolitan France, and 25 kilometers, 16 miles from the Bern Peninsula of Newfoundland. What? Wait. Where is it on the map? I don't see it on the map. Maybe just because this is a bad map. But yeah, this one's actually kind of interesting. I'm going to have to research more about this later and make a more in-depth video. Anyway, on to the next one. Last one. Wallis and Fortuna. Officially the territory of Wallis and Fortuna Islands. There's a French island collectivity in the South Pacific between Tuvalu to the northwest, Fiji to the southwest, Tonga to the southeast, Samoa to the east, Tokelau to the northeast. Though both French and Polynesian, Wallis and Fortuna is distinct from the indigenous French Polynesia. Its land area is 142.42 kilometers, 54.99 square miles, with a population of 11,558 at the 2018 census, down from 14,944 at the 2003 census. Matadoto is the capital and the biggest city. The territory is made up of 3 main volcanic tropical islands, along with a number of tiny islets. It's split into 2 island groups that lie about 260 kilometers, 160 miles apart, namely the Wallis Island, Nueva, in the northeast, and the Hornhoon Islands, also known as the Fortuna Islands, in the southwest, including Fortuna Island proper and the mostly inhabited Alofi Island. Alright, that was the video. Anyway, on to outro thingy. Outro time, woo! Yeah, if you like this video, like and subscribe. I'm probably gonna do a video about the Kingdom of the Netherlands next, or maybe some other territory thingy, because I do want to do the Kingdom of the Netherlands, and then I'm gonna move on from this territory saga thingy. This is also probably my longest video, but my longest territory video. So yeah. If you have any suggestions for what I should do next, let me know, and I will maybe do it eventually. I would also like to do some videos about other nations that I haven't talked about, or regions, like Central America. I don't think I've mentioned them yet, or Eastern Europe, maybe, or whatever. But yeah, anyway, I don't want to stretch this on for too long. Blah blah blah. So anyway, see you in the next one.